Well, hello. Welcome to this very exciting video. I snagged the Odens Morgan Turner collab. I have the entire collection. I want to share it with you. I want to create some looks with you. I want to swatch all the lippies. I want to let you know my thoughts. Let's go ahead and dive in. First of all, I want to start by saying a huge congratulations to Odens and Morgan Turner on this collaboration. I mean, they just posted on social media that it's sold out. The bundle is sold out. I know some of the lippies are sold out, but they are doing a pre-order, so I'm going to have Morgan's video down below. I'm going to have the Odens website down below, but I did want to say a huge congratulations to them. I was able to pick up the entire collection here. I got it when it launched. This is the Love Language collection. So we have a palette, we have some lippies, and I wanted to swatch all the lippies for you. I wanted to create some looks for you. I'm going to have both hand swatches and lip swatches. If you did purchase the bundle or the pre-order, that was $96.39. Codes do not work on collaborations like this, but there are still some products available to purchase separately. I want to start by sharing the lippies with you. The lippies are $13.90 each. They have a bundle. You can purchase the whole bundle for $59.07, or you can purchase them individually. There are 3 different formulations. So we have 2 glows in Snuggle and Love Language. Snuggle is more of the golden tone. Love Language has more of that pink shade. There are 2 shines in Beso and Kisses, and then you have the matte shade in LOML. Now, when I was swatching these on my lips today, I will say the Snuggle shade is the one that's like gold with some sparkles, and I could feel those sparkles on my lips. I could feel the grittiness, and when I did wipe that off to swatch the rest of them, there were still glitter flecks on my lips. So beware of that. I don't think Snuggle is going to be my favorite shade because I'm not huge into the glitters, but I know that there are some people who really enjoy that. Love Language is also a glow, and that one did not have any chunks of glitter in it. That was more of a frosty pink shade. It swatched beautifully. It was comfortable on the lips. It just gives you more of that like almost 90s frosty vibe in a pink toned shade. My 2 favorites are the shines. The shine in Beso seemed to be a little bit more warmer on me, more of like a almost like LOML, but in a gloss type of shade. And then Kisses is the one that I'm wearing right now, which I think is the most popular. It's that cooler toned shade. I love that the shines are very pigmented. They have great pigmentation to them, like full opacity with the shine of a gloss. And then the matte in LOML, that looked beautiful on me. It's this like rosy pink type of shade. And the thing that I love about their matte formula is that it is very moussey and creamy, and it doesn't feel irritating on the lips. So I hope you enjoyed seeing all of those swatched with my red hair, but the lip combination that I have right now, I did see Morgan use the Lisa Aldridge lip liner. This one is in the shade 0N, and she was talking about how this was a perfect combination with her lip gloss in the shade Kisses, and so I decided that I needed to purchase that lip liner too. So I purchased that lip liner. That is my lip combination today, and I have to agree, it gives me very much like iconic nude vibes. This Lisa Aldridge one is one that you sharpen. It's like a wooden pencil that you sharpen, similar to MAC vibes, so not quite as creamy as the Charlotte Tilbury, but I thought that this combination was beautiful as well. So I am definitely enjoying that, but I do want to share the star of the show, as Morgan was saying, although I was super excited about the lippies too, and that is her palette in Love Language. Now, I feel like I personally have like a love-hate relationship with Odens eyeshadows because I typically love the color stories. I think the color stories are fantastic. I think Morgan did a great job with this color story, but sometimes I feel like the formula is a little bit difficult for me just because the formula is best applied with a finger and I like to use a brush. But I know that in past collaborations, the formulas have been really easy for me to work with. I think Morgan did a great job creating little quads. She talked about how she wanted these quads to be easy to use, so she arranged them next to each other. I think that is fantastic. fantastic. I love that it's kind of themed around love language. So you have affirmation, you have quality time, touch, all of the love languages in here. And I think the color story is amazing. So I'm super excited to zoom you in. We are going to create 2 looks. If you want to see like in depth and all of the quads, like definitely check out Morgan's channel down below, but we're just going to kind of create, I think I'm going to create more of a neutral and then maybe one over here, just some looks that I feel like I would wear and use. I recently used another palette where I created a pinky look and a purple look, so I might try and stay away from that. But let's go ahead and zoom you in and try these shadows out. Okay, so one of the things that I really loved about this, also this artwork is just so beautiful, but they always do a great job. One thing I love about this is that Morgan did include this shade right here in Service. That's the first shade that I'm gonna go in with. I like to set my eyeshadow primer, and so I love having a shade like this, just kind of like a simple bone shade for me. I'm gonna take it up into the brow bone, and it'll kind of help to get my eyes ready for some eyeshadow. I do have small hooded eyes, so I like to set my eyeshadow primer. It makes it easier to work with, and I've noticed less likely to crease. So I love a shade like that, but I think I want to use some neutrals here, and I think I want to do like a little look with these 2 here. We're just going to do some simple looks today. Okay, so I'm taking my BK Beauty 202, and I'm going to go into this shade right here in Giggle. I have been dying to use this one. I think this is a combination that I am going to use often. I will say, I mean, like, look how easily and effortlessly that blended out. The Odens Eye Matte formula is fantastic. I mean, that blended so easily, and I love that this is like a cool toned shade. You could take this honestly all over the lid too and put the shimmer on top, but I'm gonna keep this just in the crease. I kind of feel like I want just like a hint, just like a touch of Crush right here. So this is my Sigma E40, and we're just gonna put that on the outer edges just to get a little hint of something out here. Blending it all in. I am going to take a little bit of my NYX glitter primer, and I like to use this with Odens eyeshadows because they often are a little bit more on the chunky side, glittery side, and it helps these to adhere and not crease on my lid. I'm using my Singe Beauty E01, and I want to go into this shade right here in 829. I'm going to try and pick this up on a brush first. I feel like this is going to be one of those, yeah, there's like not really much picking up on the brush. This is what my issue is. I'm going to just use my finger for 829 with the Odens Eye shimmers, is I love them and I think they're beautiful, but they really are best applied with your finger, and it's just a personal preference for me. I have some of this on that brush. I'm going to use it to blend it out, but I mean, I have nails, and I don't really like putting makeup on my hands when I don't have to, but this is a beautiful, shifty, shiny shade, but for sure best applied with your finger. I mean, that shade is beautiful, but it's very sparkly. I do have fallout, very shiny and shimmery and beautiful, but for sure I have fallout there. Okay, I'm gonna take a Sigma pencil brush and go back into this Giggle shade and run that on the lower lash line. And then I'll probably cut this part out, but I'll take the lavender shade and kind of run that underneath as well, just to merge what I did on the top and the bottom. Okay, so here's what look number 1 is looking like. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next side, and I'm just going to use my Sigma switch to clean off some brushes, because although I have tons of brushes, I tend to use the same ones over and over and over. I'm gonna go into this affirmation shade right here, and put this right through the crease. This little quad, this neutral quad, is one that I feel like I will probably use a ton. And I love that. Morgan was right when she said that Odens Eye doesn't have a ton of neutrals. They're kind of known for their more colorful, shimmery, shifty makeup. So I love that she added like some basic staple neutrals. This is almost a little bit of a warmer shade, which I appreciate. So then what I'm gonna do is, I've seen a lot of people do 829 with that affirmation shade, but I wanna use this satin shade right here in Touch, and I don't have any glitter primer. I don't think I'm gonna need it with this satin formula. Yeah, this is picking up beautifully, but I am gonna spray it a little bit with Fix Plus to minimize fallout and put that all over the lid. If you have texture on your lids or mature eyes or wrinkles, crinkles that you're concerned about, this type of shade, this satin type of shade, is a nice one because it gives you a little bit of sparkle and shine, but it's not quite as much as we have with 829 over here. Now I know that Morgan mentioned that she had these deeper shades kind of pressed a little bit harder for like a liner look. I don't really do a liner look, but I am gonna take Quality Time on a pencil brush and just tap it off and kind of do my lower lash line here. And then I'll probably go in with Service, that initial light shade next to it, to blend that out. There is a fly in this room and it's driving me insane because I can see it flying around. I have 2 dogs and they love to go in and out of the house. And so it seems that they have let a fly in, which is fantastic. So I think what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of this Flirt shade on my finger and use that as like an inner corner pop over here on this side. That is beautiful. And then I actually think I'm just gonna take this Service shade and put that on the inner corner here with the brush that I used to kind of set everything, but keep it a little bit more matte. I don't typically do that. I like a shimmer. We'll keep that side matte, and this is what the second look is looking like. Kind of digging both of them. Okay friends, and so here are the finished looks with the Odens Eye Morgan Turner Love Language palette and the Kisses lip gloss or lip shine. I have to say, both of these looks I would totally rock and wear as a neutral lover. I always am intrigued by Odens Eye, their color stories, their shadows, but sometimes it's a little like more outside of my comfort zone. But I love these shades here. I love this little purple quad. I can't wait to dive into these pinks. I also feel like some of these would be like great one and done shades, or even if I had taken this and put it all over the lid and topped it with the 829. I love that we have a variety here, like just a satin shade, a shade that we can set, then these bright sparkly like shifty shades. I feel like this really is a great mixture. I think Morgan and Odens Eye did a great job. I love the lip products. I mean, I have to say, like, Kisses is my favorite. I knew that was gonna be my favorite. I don't think that I love the texture of Snuggle and the grittiness. I think I will wear it, LOML, but like when I'm doing more of a neutral vibe, you know, I can totally see Kisses being a go-to. Now, if you are someone who wants multiple products or multiple items from the collection, then I think that going the route where you purchase the whole set and doing the pre-order, I think that is a great way to do it. But if you are only interested in the palette, I would get just the palette. If you are interested in multiple of the lippies, a bundle is a way to go. But if you just want like a lippy and the palette, then I would say purchase those separately. And of course, I mean, I don't have a code with Odens Eye. I'm not affiliated with them. But if you if you have a favorite creator, you can use their code when you're ordering anything else. However, with collaborations, you usually cannot. But I think this is fantastic. I love both of the looks that I created here. I will definitely be getting some more use out of it. I am also wearing the blush from Singe Beauty, their Evocative Silk Blush, the pink one in Riveting Rhubarb. which I think goes fantastic with this collection as well. So I would love to know your thoughts down below. Did you pick this one up? Are you interested in picking it up? Are you going to pick up the pre-order? I would love to know. But otherwise, that is going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe before you go. That way I can see you in the next one. Bye.